Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 12th. Here's what we're working on. An arrest has been made in the shooting death of a Dundas man 2 weeks ago.
The future of Burlington's Sound of Music Festival is at risk due to funding cuts.
And the Hamilton Tiger Cats are set to debut a 4-part docuseries. Thanks so much for joining us. Annette, Rick, Brian, ready to go for another day.
We can do this.
Only because there is rain in the forecast.
Yes, there is. There's finally some showers in our forecast.
Hallelujah.
Showers, thunderstorms, maybe this afternoon.
For nap time?
Yeah, could be for nap time.
Okay.
It's
Excellent.
forecast for late morning and for late afternoon as well. So depending on your nap time. So there you are. Yes, but it's a slim chance for tonight, and for the day tomorrow. So it's there, but we'll keep our fingers crossed because everything, of course, is so dry, and that heat just continues. The heat warning continues. Today's temperature, 32 degrees with a humidex of 40. Now, yesterday we did get to 32 with a humidex of 40. We were that close to breaking a record, but didn't quite do it. And today, the old record is 31, and we're forecasting 32. So today could be a record breaker as well. But sun clouds, then chance of showers and thunderstorms. We're 21 with a humidex of 30 right now, so it's been a warm and muggy night. Talk about that coming up. All right, traffic this morning, nothing going on. It's light. It's just not even 6:02 yet. Sun's not up. It's still dark on a lot of our cameras here. That's the 403 Waterdown Road, doing okay there. To some MTO traffic cameras, show you what's going on as we look at Nikola Tesla Boulevard, Toronto bound away from us. Nothing happening as we flip to the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge all the way through Appleby Line. It's pretty light still this morning, so take it carefully, and we will keep you posted on weather and traffic in just a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Okay, thanks very much, Brian. Well, an arrest has been made in a Dundas murder that happened a little more than 2 weeks ago. Hamilton police are expected to give more details later this morning. Simone Gavros is at Hamilton Central Police Station right now.
Well, Annette, CHCH News confirmed yesterday with Hamilton Police that there's been more than one arrest made in connection to the death of Zachary Shumam. We are still waiting to hear more of those details coming out later this morning at 10 a.m. But the Hamilton Spectator is reporting that court documents show that a 30-year-old man has been charged with second-degree murder named Andrew Kolick, and he's been charged in connection to this case. Now, Zachary Shumam was only 25 years old, and he was a single father who leaves behind his 3-year-old daughter. He was shot in a condo parking lot the evening of Sunday, July 27th in the area of Governor's Road. Now, police previously said it followed a brief interaction with another person in the Metro parking lot, and then the vehicle was seen fleeing the scene. Very limited information has been shared about what led to the shooting or if the two are known to each other. Now, there has been a GoFundMe page that was set up and has raised nearly $42,000 US. The family says the donations will help with costs of raising Zachary's daughter and supporting the family. The press conference here is going to start at Central Station at 10 a.m. and we're going to have more of those details coming up later today. But for now, I'll send things back over to you, Rick.
Thank you, Simone. A Hamilton police officer has been suspended over what the service is calling troubling social media posts that contain prejudicial content. The posts from a 23-year veteran were first reported by a media outlet. Hamilton police say the officer has been suspended with pay, and an internal investigation is now underway.
A food truck has been stolen from the parking lot of the Hamilton Mountain Mosque. Surveillance video provided to CHCH News shows a blue pickup towing the food truck away onto Stone Church Road. The truck belongs to the owners of the Habibis on the Grill, which serves Middle Eastern and Canadian-themed dishes. A Facebook post on Hamilton Neighborhood Watch says the owners had just opened the business. They're asking anyone who's seen either truck to call Hamilton Police.
Brantford police are asking for the public's help in locating a missing girl. 11-year-old Halo was last seen yesterday afternoon on a city bus at around Fenridge Court. Police haven't released her last name. She's believed to be in the area of Elgin and Darling Streets in Brantford. She's described as white with a thin build, shoulder-length blonde hair and brown roots. Halo was last seen wearing a red T-shirt, black leggings, black jacket with white trim, and the number 70 on the front of it.
Yeah, Ontario government's being accused of leaving people in Niagara without life-saving help that it promised months ago. Niagara officials say cities like St. Catharines are impacted. They say the province is not coming up with the millions of dollars it said it would pay for centers to help the homeless and people with addictions. The government closed supervised consumption sites near schools earlier this year, and they created 28 homeless and addiction recovery treatment or HEART hubs. Here's reactions from the St. Catharines site.
Essentially, it's not happening. So we're still waiting to hear for the funding announcement for the HEART Hub. We understand that it should be coming shortly.
In Hamilton, there's also concerns about plans for a HEART Hub on Aberdeen Avenue. Toronto, Guelph, London, and Sudbury are also facing delays getting the money for those hubs. Well, could Burlington's Sound of Music Festival be silenced? The festival is losing access to $275,000 in funding. That's a little more than a quarter of its estimated annual $1 million budget. The Sound of Music is the largest free outdoor festival music in Canada. The Burlington BIA says this past June's event brought 450,000 visitors to the city. The festival's vice president of operations says they're looking at all options because of funding cutbacks from all levels of government.
There are some roadblocks and hurdles with moving to a different model where it becomes a ticketed event or a paid event. It would mean we'd have to enclose the entire park. There would be additional costs for fencing, for security. Our capacity would be affected as well.
Now, the City of Burlington has released a statement saying in part that it, quote, has always been and remains a major partner and supporter of the festival, including providing permits, space, and financial support, as well as contributions through city staff and a council appointee serving on the board. This year, the City of Burlington gave the festival a $150,000 grant and a $225,000 loan.
Sportsline, another team has booked its place in the Minto Cup National Lacrosse Championship.
10 left to shoot. Liam Matthews here for Ron out of the corner. Sanderson with it. Low shot, scores! And the Orangeville Northmen are going to run their way to St. Catharines.
Dylan Sanderson scored in overtime as the Orangeville Northmen beat the Whitby Warriors 8-7 to win their second straight Ontario Junior Lacrosse League title in 6 games. The victory propels Orangeville to the Minto Cup, which begins this Saturday in St. Catharines. The 4-team tournament will also include the host St. Catharines Athletics and provincial champions from Alberta and BC. Montreal's Felix Auger-Aliassime is the last Canadian standing in singles action at the Cincinnati Open. He swept Arthur Rindersknecht 7-6, 4-2 yesterday to advance to the round of 16. The Frenchman retired in the second set after struggling in the 30-plus degree heat. Top-ranked Yannick Sinner eliminated Montreal's Gabriel Diallo 6-2, 7-6. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are set to release a new 4-part documentary series.
Hear those roars and you hear those cheers, you know you earned them.
It's loud, it's electric.
No matter how many times they punch us, we're always going to get back up.
Make them feel it! Touchdown!
It's time to see black and gold back on top, you know.
Made in the Hammer inside the 2025 Tiger Cats is available for season seat holders starting tomorrow. A full public release is scheduled for Thursday. It is produced and narrated by award-winning columnist and best-selling author Stephen Brunt. The series takes viewers behind the scenes of the iconic CFL team, and additional episodes will drop at key milestones throughout the rest of this season. Canada opened the Hlinka Gretzky Cup round robin yesterday with a 5-3 win over Finland. Captain Keaton Verhoff and Ethan Belchets each had a goal and 2 assists. The Canadians take on Switzerland this morning at 9:30 our time. Canada going for a 4th straight gold medal at the Under-18 tournament. Organizers are looking for volunteers to help staff the 2026 FIFA World Cup. About 65,000 volunteers will be needed across Canada, the U.S. and Mexico, including 6,000 in our country, making it FIFA's largest ever volunteer program. Volunteers will provide support at stadiums, training sites, airports, hotels, and elsewhere. Applications are now open on FIFA's volunteer portal, and tryouts are expected to begin in October. Toronto's BMO Field will host 6 games next year. BC Place Stadium in Vancouver will have 7 matches. A veteran stock car driver died over the weekend after suffering a medical emergency during a race in North Carolina. Robbie Brewer's car crashed head-on into a wall at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem on Saturday night and came to a stop near the start-finish line. The 53-year-old Brewer was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Details of the medical emergency have not been released. Another local athlete is up for the Sports Illustrated Youth Athlete of the Year. 16-year-old Jade Muma is the captain of the Port Colborne Storm soccer team. The grade 11 student is not only excelling with the club, she has stayed on the honor roll at school while working hard and learning new skills to advance her ability on and off the pitch. You can help Jade get into the top 15 by voting at athleteoftheyear.org until this Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Canada improving to 2-1 at the America's Cup wheelchair basketball tournament thanks to a 62-31 thumping of host Colombia. The Canadians will take on Mexico in today's quarterfinals.
Okay, coming up on 6:11 here on this Tuesday morning. It's the 12th of August already. Sun's not up yet. 6:21 is sunrise, so we're 10 minutes to that. So it looks a little dark in some of our cameras. Here's the 403 and Waterdown Road area. Nothing to see right there, except there is a bone of contention as to what's going on with the yellow tubing right there by the fire plug. That's been there for a number of days, and we're wondering what's going on. I'm going to have to call Mayor Marianne Mead Ward and find out. She will know. She will know. All right, let's get on to some traffic cameras around the QEW and the Horseshoe here. Garden City Skyway, no problems right there. It's pretty light volume all the way around. Nikola Tesla Boulevard, north of 2, just flipping you through some cameras, Ford plant to Etobicoke Creek. You can so there's no volume and there's no collisions at the moment. Okay, let's get to our temperatures. See what's going on here this morning. And you can tell by stepping outside that the heat warning continues. Temperature at the moment has gone up to 22. Humidex right now of 31 degrees. The sun's not even up yet. But it is mostly cloudy at the moment. The winds are light. The humidity is right up there at 100%. So yes, the heat warning continues. It should come to an end tomorrow in most areas. Today's highs anywhere from 32 to 35, humidex of 37 to 42. Air quality risk today is in the low risk category. That's some good news there. There's still a little bit of smoke around, but not much. It's pretty light, pretty wispy. As you can see, there's that chance of a shower or a thunderstorm today. Tonight, the cold front goes through tomorrow. That's what's going to dip our temperatures by a couple of degrees. Bring it down into the high 20s, yeah. But not today. Today, temperatures anywhere from 32 to 33 degrees. 32 for Hamilton. That'll be a record breaker if we get there. But there's that instability with all the humidity. Tonight, again, chance of showers, thunderstorms, but stays warm. 21 to 23 degrees tonight, 20 to 19 for Kitchener and Guelph, a little cooler there. Tomorrow, temperatures around 30 degrees, so the heat continues, but the cooler air is going to push in from the west along with the cold front, so we should see the heat warnings come to an end during the day tomorrow. So stepping out the door, 12th morning of August, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. 22 feels like 31 already. Long range coming up. Annette, Rick.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily with a preview of what she has to come in Chit Chat. There's a really big ring to talk about. Yes. And a new album. And Prime Minister Mark Carney's bold plan to jumpstart a nationwide housing boom is about to take shape. 6:15 right now. Let's say good morning to Emily with a preview of what's to come on Chit Chat. It's going to be a good one today.
It is going to be a good one because Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodriguez are engaged, and we'll check out the ginormous engagement ring.
It is bigger than you can believe.
Yeah, it's massive. So big.
Needs a little cart to carry it.
That would be such a little good idea. Little basket.
Yeah.
He's so smart. And hey, Swifties, are you ready for it? Because Taylor Swift is going to make an appearance on Travis Kelce's podcast and make a huge announcement. And later on this morning, the Misty City Music Festival is coming to Niagara Falls. We'll check out the musical lineup.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks very much. Well, in overseas trading this morning, the Canadian dollar has dropped 6 basis points. It's trading right now at 72.51 cents U.S. Gold has dropped a bit. It's down $4 an ounce. Crude was unchanged. It stayed at $63.96 a barrel. Checking midday trading in Europe, markets are up in London, down in Frankfurt, up in Paris.
Over in Asia, markets in Tokyo reopened after it was closed yesterday. It shot up 897 points. Markets in Hong Kong and Shanghai are also up. And in North American markets, the TSX gained 16 points. The Dow dropped 200. The Nasdaq also falling by 64 points.
Federal government has unveiled a blueprint for a new housing entity. Build Canada Homes is set to launch this fall. The plan is to dramatically ramp up housing construction and speed up the conversion of federal lands into homes. It will prioritize cost-cutting and eco-friendly building methods, including prefab and 3D printed homes. The government will also use Canadian-made materials and regional production hubs to boost efficiency. Prime Minister Mark Carney promised $6 billion towards the housing entity during the federal election campaign.
Toronto's Hot Doc Cinema has been sold, but it's not going anywhere. The century-old theater was purchased for $6.25 million by a local family through a numbered corporation linked to Harbour 60, the upscale Toronto steakhouse owned by Stephen Nicolau. The sale includes a lease allowing Hot Docs to continue operating the venue year-round. The nonprofit, which runs Canada's largest documentary film festival, had listed the property last year amid serious financial challenges. Now, Hot Docs says the theater will remain a vibrant cultural space with fall programming that includes the 25th season of Doc Soup and the launch of new Curious Minds Festival in November.
The union representing 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants could signal its intent to strike if a deal isn't reached by the end of today. The earliest flight attendants could walk off the job is Saturday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. The union does have to give 72-hour strike notice, so it could declare its plans for a work stoppage by tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. This is a silent protest that was held yesterday at 4 airports around the country, including at Pearson. Now, Air Canada said yesterday that it remains at the bargaining table and is focused on achieving a negotiated settlement without any travel disruption.
The BC Supreme Court has struck down a Vancouver bylaw targeting ride-hailing companies during peak hours. The bylaw required companies like Uber to obtain a congestion and curbside management permit to pick up or drop off passengers in the Metro Vancouver core between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Uber Canada challenged the rule, arguing it overstepped municipal authority to regulate transportation networks. The court agreed, ruling the bylaw invalid and calling the city's decision to adopt it unreasonable.
Ford is charging ahead with electric vehicle plans in the United States. The automaker has announced a $5 billion U.S. investment into new assembly and battery production facilities. About $2 billion of that will create 2,200 jobs at a Ford assembly plant in Louisville, Kentucky, as the facility shifts from gas-powered vehicles to building the next gen of EVs. Additional investment will go toward a battery plant in Michigan, where Ford is rolling out a new and smaller and lighter battery design aimed at making EV pickup trucks more affordable. The company has also teased a new unnamed electric model, which it says will be the most affordable EV pickup truck on the market. No word yet, though, on EV production in Canada, any increased EV production.
We're going to take a quick break. Brian is going to be back with your traffic and your 7-day forecast. Good morning.
6:23 already, Tuesday morning. Let's get you going. Let's check the skyways. Here's the Garden City Skyway, the east camera. Looks good there. The Burlington Skyway, no problems in either direction. So Toronto bound away from us on that shot. Appleby Line still looks good. Sheraton through Mississauga. 403 through Erin Mills. No problems there going through Mississauga. So no problems on the road so far today. Check our temperature. Now the temperature has just gone up a degree again. 23, humidex of 32, but we're reporting a thunderstorm in the area. I don't hear anything, but hopefully, yeah, okay, yes, drum roll for the thunderstorm, thank you. So 23 Hamilton, Humidex 32, 24 Grimsby, Toronto, Mississauga, temperatures climbing. And of course, seasonal temperatures for this time of year are now 25 and 15. Sun times and records for today. 31.0 is the record. We could beat that for the day. Here's a look at the wispy smog. It's not very thick across southern Ontario at the moment. Notice to the north, it's pretty well cleared. So that's some good news. So today, 32, Humidex of 40. That'll be the record breaker if we get there. 21 overnight tonight. Tomorrow, 30, Humidex 38. Both days, chance of a shower or a thunderstorm. Let's hope so. And then the heat breaks. Thursday we come down to 28, 29 Friday. Saturday it's back up to 32. All 3 days sunshine. And then we hang on to the sun. Temperature stays at 30 on Sunday. That's your forecast. Annette, right?
Okay, this is pretty interesting. Marine scientists have discovered a stunning new ecosystem more than 9,000 meters below the ocean's surface.
The discovery was made in deep ocean trenches between Russia and Alaska during a submersible mission led by a geochemist. She found unique organisms, including clams and tube worms, that survive not on sunlight but by using methane as an energy source. These species have never been found at such extreme depths before. Our team believes the trench system acts as both a methane reservoir and a natural recycling center, supporting life in one of the most remote parts of the planet. That is wild.
What's in the sea fascinates me just as much as what's in outer space, because there's so much down below that we don't see.
And we'll likely never get to.
No, because I can't swim that well.
Stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live.
Under the sea. Under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it.